This here tale is called The Spirit of Thomas Lester. Y'all recollect what it's like when something pass you real quick like, give you a chill up the back of your spine and make the hair on your arm stand up? Well, folks around these parts, they calls that the spirit of Thomas Lester, my husband. Well, now, let me tell you how it all began. You see, Thomas Lester was coming back through the country one evening when he growed tired and weary. So he stopped past the little house on the side of the road and he asked the man there if he could spend the night. Well, the man explained to Thomas Lester, in his little bitty house, he ain't had no more room. But there was another house down the road. Only thing, though, that house was haunted. Now, y'all, Thomas Lester growed up right here down south, just like many of y'all, always hearing the southern ghost tales and tales of the supernatural. So he boasted he ain't afraid of no haints. So Thomas Lester went right on down that road until he found the house. When Thomas Lester got to that house, he took a look inside. He could see that it was dark and creepy. The walls was full with cobwebs, and when he went inside, the floors, they just creaked. But Thomas Lester, he was tired and weary. Now, right there in the middle of that floor was a broken down chair and a table with a lamp on it. Thomas Lester walked over to that table and he lit that lamp and sat down in that broken down chair to give his tired body a rest. And y'all know what? Ain't nothing happened at first. It was nearly midnight when all of a sudden a big black cat poked his head in through the door, looked right at Thomas Lester and said, "Me? Ow." Now, Thomas Lester, he ain't said a thing. Then that cat walked on in that room, and he walked all over that room. Then he jumped up on the table, wrapped his tail around the lamppost, looked right at Thomas Lester with them there big green eyes and said, "Me? Ow." Now, Thomas Lester, he ain't saying a thing. Shortly after that, Thomas Lester heard a thump, 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 come from upstairs in the loft, and not long after that, he heard another thump, 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 on the stair steps, and I tell y'all that a man's head come roll right across that floor, stop right there at that chair where Thomas Lester was sitting. The eyes in that head look at Thomas Lester, but Thomas Lester, he ain't saying a thing. Not long after that, Thomas Lester hears one more thump, 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 on the stair step. And I tell you folks that a man with no head, yes sir, must say no head, walked right over to that chair where Thomas Lester was sitting. He reached down and picked up that head that was there at the foot of the chair where Thomas Lester was sitting. The eyes in that head looked at Thomas Lester. Thomas Lester looked at it and said, "I see two of us here this evening." "Yes," said Thomas Lester, but not for long. Thomas Lester jumped out of that house and he got to running. He ran and ran till he had plumb give out. So he sat down on a log to take a rest. He hadn't been there but a short time when the man with the head in his hand come sit down on the log right side Thomas Lester. They look at Thomas Lester. Thomas Lester look at them. They say, "This here a nice race we having this evening, ain't it?" "Yes," said Thomas Lester, "and we're about to have another one." Thomas Lester got to running. He ran and ran. He ran straight through the woods, he did. He ran out of the woods and straight into the cornfield. He was running through that cornfield and he saw a jackrabbit running. He hollered to that jackrabbit, "Move out of the way, jackrabbit, and let somebody run who can." So, next time you nice folks feel something run past you real quick like give you a chill up the back of your spine or make the hair on your arm stand up, don't y'all go getting frayed. Tain't nobody but my husband, Thomas Lester. There you go again. I can't talk to y'all no more. I got to run. Thomas Lester, I'm coming, honey.